Welcome back to my LEGO organizing journey. I'm currently in the middle of another Sterilite drawer sort. This one's going to be a really fun one to watch, particularly because it involves the Clark man and trying to figure out exactly what he did to some of these LEGO sets and a lot of the other stuff in here as well. So he's featured in at least the intro to that video, which we've already shot, but I got a little sidetracked from this and I got to show you the other project that I'm starting because of you. In my recent organizing adventures, I came across a few parts that were unique to me and interesting enough to look up, and it turns out that all three of these are from the same set, which happens to be this one right here. This is LEGO Aqua Zone set 6135 titled Spy Shark. This came out in 1996, and I had more than a few people comment that they'd like to see me try to complete this set using the parts that I have. So I did just that. I went through the collection, and I came up with these parts right here, but you might notice, at least from the minifig, that there's something missing here. But there's actually more than a few things missing because I went to the inventory and these are all of the parts that make up the set. It's really not that bad, actually. It's 53 parts in one minifig. Unfortunately, I did not have all of those parts, so I made a wanted list. If you're ever thinking about screen capturing, this is probably not the most ideal way to do it, but it'll work for our purposes. According to this, I needed 10 items, which isn't entirely accurate because I've got the Aqua Shark 2 figure there, but I also have just the torso and his head, which is all we were really missing. We were able to piece the other stuff together from the collection. In fact, Clarkman helped me with that. He was on a mission this morning. But there were other parts that I still needed outside of that, including that one that I found in the last video, this one right here, that was unique and made me actually look this up to find out that I already had these other two pieces that I showed you. And I need another one of those. But it's not the only thing. I need 4 of those modified octagonal 2x2x3 by 1/3 with stud sides. That's why I don't use Bricklink terminology. I need 2 black flippers. I have orange ones. I don't have black. I need that tile right there. And I had no idea why I don't have this in my collection. In a video about being sidetracked, let me show you what's sidetracking my sidetrack. I was looking for that part in these 2 drawers, which are all my boats and planes and vehicle parts that are all mixed together, and I decided enough is enough. Ended up starting to take all of those, what I call boat pieces, out in an effort to find the piece that I was looking for, but unfortunately, I don't have it in blue. So all I have now is just a partially filled Sterilite drawer with those parts in there, but that's a good thing because we're working our way towards getting more and more organized, and we've got a special visitor too. She's like the foreman of the job here. She's making sure I'm following all of the safety rules when it comes to taking care of LEGO sets. Anyways, that piece on my wanted list, even after sorting all that stuff out. I also need, and this is most surprising to me, a prickly bush. I know I have tons of these in my collection, but it turns out they're all in my Western sets, and I don't have those out, so I was like, well, I guess I'll order one, which is crazy, because I probably have a dozen or more of them. And then there's the minifig head that I need, and last but not least, we've got a chrome silver harpoon. Only had one of those. I need a second one. Here's where things get a little tricky, though. I made a few carts just to kind of see what I'd be looking at in terms of cost of this, and to get the majority of those items, everything except for the minifig, $8.22 plus tax. Not too bad. This is about a $25 set when complete. The problem I run into, though, is that darn minifig. I tried this 2 different ways, both with pretty much the same result in terms of cost. I can get the whole minifig for $2.76, which is great, but by the time that I pay for shipping and everything, it's $9.45 plus tax, and that's just for the minifig. So the minifigs cost me more than all of the parts for this set. You might think, well, Greg, why don't you just order the 2 pieces you need? And I thought of that, so we got just the head and the torso there, because I already have everything else. But it turns out that that is just about the same cost as getting the entire minifig, $8.50 plus tax. So I'm trying to figure out, and this is what I'm going to throw out to you, do you think I should spend the money to try to complete this? If I'm going to do it, I definitely want to have the minifig. So I'm looking at probably like upwards of $17 to $20 just to put this together. And I need to decide if that is worth it, if I should do this now, if I should focus on what I'm actually supposed to be doing, or if I should maybe wait, because there's a chance that maybe in some of the sorts that I come across, maybe I'll find those parts that I need. Maybe I'll come across that minifig. You never know. And that would be like the worst thing. I spend all that money on that, and literally the next day I ended up finding it in the 300 plus pounds of Lego that we have left. So I'm going to throw it out to you. What do you think? Would you complete the rest of this, being that it's like $8 in parts and an $8 minifig? Or would you just kind of shelf this and maybe consider doing it later? Should I just bail on it entirely? Because I do want to build some of this stuff that we're finding, because this is just awesome. Like, I never had this set growing up, and now I'm on the cusp of owning it. Well, sort of. I just have to spend like $16 to $20 to make it happen. Do you think it's worth it? Should I just continue with what I'm supposed to be doing? Or should we go all in to complete all these sets? Because I found some pretty cool space stuff, and then this. Like, if it's 90s Lego, I'm in. That was the era that I grew up with Lego, and it holds a special place in my heart because it was a time of innocence and just pure happiness. And I guess my whole adult life, I'm just trying to chase that and go back to those times when I would just sit down with a bunch of Lego and build with it. And all the stuff that I'm doing in the background here, that's leading me back to that life again. But this is as well. I love not having to make this decision for myself, and I'm going to trust your judgment on this. Do we do the most rational thing? Do we do the most exciting thing? Whatever you come up with is what we shall do. Speaking of things we shall do, stay tuned for tomorrow's video where I go through all of this. We already shot the intro to the video, and I just have to do the fun part now, which is to organize it all. On that, I hope you have a glorious rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next Lego organization video.